And we are back, y'all. So I had to hop off real quick. I wanted to be sure I was gonna cut and do my next video, but I wanted to be sure that I finished exactly what I was saying. I heard some going on outside, so I had to make sure everything was secured up in the house. My husband's downstairs. I thought he was outside having some issues, but it turns out it was our neighbors. So I had to come back and finish this conversation because I didn't want y'all. Because I looked at the end of that video and I'm like, girl, they gonna think something really going on, but nothing is going on. So I had to check back in because I definitely wanted to finish that conversation about being attached to and connected with people that can take you to the next levels, right? And some of the conversations that we have inside of the tribe, it really makes you think about like sometimes we get offended when conversations are not necessarily about us, right? And so we can't ask the question that we want to ask. But a lot of the times we get to sit in meetings and have the group coaching inside of the ABS tribe that allows us to expand our minds in the ways that, like, I never would have thought to ask that question. Like, I never would have thought to think that deeply into something, right? And so the beautiful thing about the ABS tribe is not only do you excuse me, not only do you get access to the minds of beautiful people, not only do you get, that's like 5 days a week for the women, 4 days for the men, because the men, we meet Tuesday through Friday, and then Saturday is our women's circle, right? And the women's circle is really my home place, outside of our main weekend place, right? Because it's really a safe space for women, us women, to just be women and not necessarily have to talk about business, right? Because we talk about business in the tribe like 4 days a week if you're available for that. But okay. Um, but the women's circle was really birthed and created because there were a lot of our women on the calls breaking down in tears, having, very low days, coming into the tribe because, of course, after you are on the live, your energy is elevated. But a lot of our women were just going through trauma, right? And so, in true fashion, right? There was a need that was seen and then it was fulfilled. We created the women's circle out of a need that we saw. And it's been absolutely beautiful. Our reviews have been stellar as far as the women feeling very safe. And sometimes us as women, um, uh, as women, we don't feel safe to just be able to speak sometimes. Sometimes we don't feel like when we do speak, our words are valued. Sometimes we've learned to censor our voice for so long that we no longer know how to use our voice, right? And so, just last week we talked about self accountability and we talked about finding balance, right? Which is a lot of what our women need. Sometimes we get so caught up in not having a voice that we allow our voices to be censored. And when our voices are censored, we automatically hold other people accountable for the way that we feel. And so it was very important that we talked about self accountability and finding the balance just in life, right? Because I told you that the women's circle is just focused on us as women. And so literally the ABS tribe, you get access to the replays. We have all of these live calls, and it's literally a place for someone. If you're new in business, right, and you're trying to, or if you're new trying to figure out if you even want to be in business, it's literally a place that you can go and figure out where in business you fit, right? If you don't want to create products, if you don't want to create services, there's a place for you in the ABS tribe, and they will show you how to be able to you know, work online and not have to have a product or service. If you're someone that's interested in e-commerce, there's literally a place in the ABS tribe that's going to show you how to um how to navigate in the e-commerce world. If you want to create a product, we just had, what was it, a 2-hour class. Iodom, he gonna kill me for messing up his last name. I don't know how to say it. Item, item. Sean Item, Coach Sean Item. He did a 2-hour class on ebooks. The other day we did another class on just looking over each other's e-commerce sites, making sure everything was good, right? That's the level of accountability and support that we have in the tribe. And so when we talk about evaluating your circle, maybe this is a place that you and your circle can come to expand your mind, because a lot of the times, um, the people around us don't want to hear it from us. They would prefer to hear from anybody from us, in fact. So sometimes we just got to get them in a different space. Even if it's not for you, there's someone in your circle that you're trying to get to have a business understanding. There's someone in your circle that you're trying to get a level of support for them so that they realize that they're not in this thing by themselves because just you is not enough. And so that's the ABS tribe right now. It's only $50 a month, right? So that's about $600 a year. And so you can go to my website, sistervictoriax.com. The second button is going to be the ABS tribe. And so that's what we talked about today. We talked about evaluating your circle, knowing your value within your circle, and knowing when to delay friendships. And I'm telling you, right? Delayed is not denied, but some people need to be denied access to you. It sounds so bad because we always get so scared of people telling us we changed and how we forgot where we came from and all this other stuff. But the truth of the matter is, even when you get to a certain level of success, you never forget where you came from. You just use it. You actually remember it very well. You just use it as a means to keep pushing forward because you don't want to return back to where you came from. And so that's what I wanted to talk about today. This is part two. If you have not watched part one, scroll down on the timeline. I'm sure you'll see it. I had to come back for these next few seconds. And then I'm actually going to go into a review type thing because I just got some goodies in the mail and I want to support my sisters on Black Friday to get their sales up. So next is that, and I will talk to you all soon. Peace. Oh, look at me thinking my screen touch screen. You are not touch screen, little windows.